What up, my guys? Welcome to another show. It's NFL Talk with Jay, man. It's Thursday, man. We're gonna talk the Thursday night game. We're gonna talk every game for week 4, every meaningful game. See what I'm saying? I'm here back by popular man with my guy LJ. See what I'm saying? Y'all been asking for him. He here with the plays, the props, the totals, sides, all that good stuff. LJ, how you doing, my brother? Everything cool with you?
Doing great, J Money. Once again, looking to get some people some cash, man. The NFL, I love capping and love getting this money. So let's see if we can get some cash.
That's a factor. Let's try to get some cash. And if you're watching this show, man, hit the like button. You can subscribe to the channel and also tell your friends and family about the show. You could also share it to your social media as well. If y'all really, care for the show, if you want us to keep doing, hit the like button. Show us that you like us doing the show, my guys. Let's get straight to it. I'm at the casino, you see what I'm saying? So it's all business. But let's talk this Thursday night football game here, LJ. It starts in exactly an hour, my brother. What you liking in this game? I did a little video earlier telling people I'm leaning towards Lions and the over in this one. How you looking at this game, my guy?
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off. I would lean Green Bay, but I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit won the game. This is a great divisional matchup, and when we're looking at prime time, we're always looking at the under. So I'm always going to lean there as well. But far as any plays, I don't really see any team have a advantage on offense for the most part. Detroit, they're 10-3 in their last 13, so they've been playing well. But
Yeah.
I like the way George Love's been playing Green Bay, and in the second half, they tend to make adjustments and pretty much stay in the game and have a chance to win for the most part. So when you have a chance to win the game, you're always going to be viable. And in the red zone, they're 7-9. So when they get in the red zone, they score. So I love those numbers as well. The defense, 18 quarterback hits, 9 sacks. So they're getting after the quarterback as well. So it could be a back and forth game. I did pick a side, but I would lean the under 45.
Damn, man. Unfortunately, we lean into both different ways, but I do think they're correlated because if the Packers do well in this game, I think it's going to go under. I mean, that their defense really came to play and they slowed down the Lions. I'm not an NFL expert, but I don't see it. I don't see the Lions offense being stopped here. And I actually think the Packers might be able to put up 21 points as well in this one, man. So Lions and the over are the only two ways that I can look in this one. I do have on the Lions colors. I do want the Lions to win this game. I do think, obviously, I could think that they're a better team. All that I want. So I'm saying they still got to go out there and win, and they are favored on the road with a short week with travel as well. So I couldn't talk you off taking the home underdog in this one. That's usually what I like to do, but I know that this is a divisional game, and I know that the Lions, like if they want to win this game, in my opinion, if they come out there and ready and they're prepared the right way, they should win this game. In my opinion, I'm taking golf over Love all day long. Packers used to smack them boys up for years. You know what I'm saying? Win a division all the time. Now the Lions are the big brother, in my opinion, but we still got to see. That's the thing about football. The game still got to go out there and be played. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm betting this one, it's the Lions. Roaring with the fucking Lions and the over as well. Two kind of unpopular picks. Not really, because there is a lot of people on the Lions, but I think they get the job done tonight. And I also think they put up like over 30 points in this one, man. That's what I think happens, LJ. Any props in this Thursday night football game? Or are you ready to get to Sunday?
No, let's get to Sunday. I didn't take any props in the game.
Let's get to Sunday, my God. Let's go. Head over here not across the street, across the pond. We're going to London in this one. The Jags, they're home away from home. Land 3 at the house in London over there in Wembley Stadium. Falcons getting 3 on the road. They come off a loss versus the Lions, which I believe we did call correctly on this show, LJ. Total sitting at 43. What do you think happens over there in London?
I mean, both of these teams are pretty much even. When I look at my numbers, there's no advantage, for the most part. They're both horrible on third down. The Jaguars have 5 turnovers in 3 games, giving up 25 points. So Falcons, or they could come and win the game. They run the ball. They don't pass. So I don't know how to gauge these two teams. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty much even to me. So for the most part, I just stayed away, just because of, the unvariables that happening in this game. I don't like any of these teams either. So I just moved on for the most part.
No, that's a fact there. I do have a good read on this game. I think the Jags come and bounce back off that horrible game. The Texans always play them well. They're coming off a home loss. This is their home away from home. The Falcons have played through, I think their last London game was in 2022, regards to that. I think you said it right there. No, even the coach doesn't even really trust Desmond Ridder to be a passer. That's why they're running the ball. You basically load up the box, make sure they're not running all over you. That's the path to success to beating the Falcons. That's exactly what the Lions did last week. They held them to 6 points. I see a huge bounce bounce back coming from the Jags in this one. I actually like Jags minus the 3 in this spot. Like I say, mainly it's in London. They know what to do. They know a routine. They go there every single year. But this is back-to-back games. They play the Bills there next week as well. So hopefully they don't look ahead. But it's been a lackluster start from a Jags team that's had a lot of hype. I think this is absolutely like a must-win type of game for the Jags here. I like the Jags minus the 3 in this spot, my guy. Let's head over here to the streets of Buffalo in this one, LJ. We got the Bills laying 3 points at the house versus the Miami Dolphins in this one. Total sitting at 53.5. We know the Dolphins just came off putting up 70 on the Denver Broncos. They don't deserve to be talked about on this show any further. What do you think? Can the Bills, what are we doing? Divisional matchup here. They always play each other tough. What are we doing here, LJ?
Yeah, I think the Bills take care of business. I'm on the minus 3 for sure, and I'm on the first half. I believe they're going to make a statement because Miami's coming off that 70-point win. They're going to have a letdown. You know, it's just human nature, I believe. And the Bills is probably their toughest matchup that they play. So it's going to be a dogfight, and I believe Josh Allen will prove that they're still the top dog in this division. And I believe the Bills will come out and win this game. I'm looking at Josh Allen to have a good game. The third down, they're 7-13, so they're keeping the ball 35 minutes, keeping the other team's offense off the field. It's probably going to be the game plan from Buffalo's coach to keep two on the sidelines, limit his attempts because they have 65 plays, keep that lower like 6 to where he doesn't have any opportunities. So I believe Buffalo's going to come with defense as well. They have 9 takeaways. You see what I'm saying? And they're top 10 points scored and points allowed. So if you're top 10 in both of those, you're a bet on team in this league, top 5 at least. So, and like I said, Josh Allen, I'll be looking at him. He's averaging 2 passing touchdowns since 2020 versus Miami, and he's had a rushing touchdown 5 out of his last 7 games. So any of those props should work, but I'm definitely on Buffalo minus the 3.
Yeah, and the sharps are all over the Bills here as well. They hopped on them at minus 2.5. They're the ones that pushed the line up to 3. You know what I'm saying? So just letting you know, this might be like a sharps versus public type of game, which none of that shit really matters. You know what I'm saying? It's just for the people that's interested in it. But sometimes I think it can come to play. But this particular game, a lot of the public are on the Dolphins. Obviously, they saw them put up 70 points. They're saying, what? Why the hell would they be getting 3 points on the road here? They could win the game. I'm just letting you know the thought process. But the so-called pro bettors, they're taking the Bills. They took a minus 2.5. And that's the reason why this line is basically 3 across the board in this one, LJ. And I'm with you. I would lean towards the home team as well. I think the first game versus on the Bills versus Jets is just a bad spot for them. As the year gets on, they usually get a little better. This is a Super Bowl contending team, in my opinion. So I'm with you. And I think they have the much better defense as well. So we know the Dolphins, the offense looks damn near unstoppable. The Bills do have a great defense, and they can score as well. Like you said, they're very, very balanced. I lean with the Bills minus 4 right there with you, LJ. It's a sharp look there, my guy. Let's go over here to the streets of where we're going to Carolina in this one, my guys. We got the Panthers getting 4 points at the house versus the Minnesota Vikings in this one, LJ. I had the Jets up there for it. Vikings land 4 on the road versus the Panthers in this one. Total sitting at 46.5. What do you think? Both teams sitting at 0-3 in this one, LJ. I think Bryce Young should be back for this game. Do you think it'll matter?
No, I don't think so. Like, it's not that I'm betting Minnesota, but I just believe Minnesota's the better team. Their offense is better. Their passing is better. And the only way you really can look in this game is Kirk Cousins. He's first in completions. He's first in pass attempts. And he's first in passing yards. So if you're looking at Kirk Cousins, because Minnesota cannot run the ball, they're averaging 66 rushing yards in 3 games. That is just pitiful. And if you're depending on Kirk Cousins to be the sole offense, I mean, hey, kudos to you. But I'm going to continue to keep cashing and take his pass attempts because I know he's going to be passing the ball. So that's definitely a sharp look right there. And when they get in the red zone, they score 5 of 10. So he is converting in the red zone. The only problem with Minnesota is their turnovers. They have 9, which leads the NFL. So, and they're giving up 27 points. So until they fix that, they're not going to be a bet on team for me. I'm just going to continue cashing the prop. Before I decide, I believe both teams could win this game. They're evenly matched, in my opinion. The only difference is probably the quarterback. So whatever quarterback makes the play, I guess will win the game. But as far as the side, I'm not taking. I'll pass.
Yeah, it would be golf over Bryce Young for me. It's just one of those where you're taking a veteran over a rookie quarterback who doesn't totally look ready for the NFL. And that's crazy because when these bad teams draft a guy so high, they know that they're not going to be good for like a year, maybe even two. You see what I'm saying? But like it's one of them things that's for the long run. They kind of just throwing them out there. It's like learning how to swim, but just being thrown in the pool at 12 foot pool. You see what I'm saying? And like it's either you sink or you're gonna you finna
Swim.
get up or you yeah, sink or swim. It's that
Yeah.
simple, man. So that I feel like that's how they throw those rookie quarterbacks out there. One of these teams are going on four. I don't think it's going to be the Vikings. Personally, I feel like you kind of missed if you could have got the -3. It's up to four now, but I can only look towards the favorite here. I lean towards the Vikings in this one, my guys. Like I say, it is up to the four. This is the NFL. Could land three, but I can only look towards the Vikings to come out on top in this one. There's just way too much talent over there, and I bet you they didn't let Dalvin. I bet you they wish they didn't let Dalvin Cook go. Now, my guys, let's get over here to the streets of Cleveland here, LJ. Browns land 3 points at the house versus the walking wounded in the Baltimore Ravens in this one. Total sitting at 40.5. Now they could just be resting up their guys and not really practicing them, but the Ravens are pretty banged up here. But also some info for you: Deshaun Watson is banged up as well. He hadn't been practicing or practicing really lightly because he has a right shoulder injury. So that's also something to keep notice. Well, obviously he's the main player. I mean, the Browns have one of the best defense in the NFL, if not the best, LJ. But if Watson's shoulder isn't right, he's not looking as good as he did last week. We know the Ravens coming off a tough loss, this divisional game. What do you think happens in this game, okay?
First of all, I will lean under because it's a divisional matchup for the most
Facts.
part. Before as a side, all my numbers say Cleveland wins the game, but Baltimore covers because Lamar Jackson plays excellent in this spot. 11-0-1 against the spread in his career as a dog. They're 12-3-1 ATS as a dog since 2020. And not only that, he's 6-1 versus Cleveland in his career. So all of a sudden, I believe he's just going to not be effective. I mean, I can't say that. If I was a betting man, I would bet Baltimore plus the 3, simply
Mm-hmm.
because the third downs, they're 7 of 15, which is top 3. Cleveland's 36 time of possession. So it just depends on who's going to keep the ball, who's going to sustain the offense, and who's going to score touchdowns versus field goals is what's going to happen because both of them are good in the red zone. So, but defense, Cleveland, they under 10 points, which is number one, and they've only allowed 490 yards, which is 163 yards a game. But
Shit.
Baltimore, Baltimore averages 158 rushing yards.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how you're going to stop them. So I believe Baltimore can come in here and cover. That's going to be my play. But far as winning the game, Cleveland probably will win the game for the
I'm right
most part.
there. I feel like if you like the Ravens plus the 3, then you need them to win a game. Obviously, it could be a close game. It could be
Yeah,
21-20. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It could be fucking what 17-16 or some shit. But I do lean toward the Ravens here. I know they got a ton of injuries, but when me seeing what the Watson news and him barely practicing because his shoulder is injured, I don't like to hear that. And it also screams defensive scrum as well. These two teams know each other. This is two really good defenses as well. Both offenses are pretty banged up, so definitely could see that under coming through. The Ravens are coming off that overtime bad loss to the Colts, but I'll be honest, I do lean to the Ravens plus the 3. Not enough for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna play it, but it's because I really could see it going either way. But it would be Ravens plus the 3 for me in this one. They have kind of shown me something here. Okay, let's go over to the streets of H Town, as they say. Texans getting 3 at the house versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers land points. I'm not so sure. I could only look towards the Texans. The professionals are taking the Texans plus they took them plus 3.5. It's down to 3. The public is definitely going to take the Steelers here. What are you thinking? Is Stroud the real deal? Can they have back-to-back wins after a good game in Jacksonville?
Hey, I would like to think so, and I hope they will, but they're going to have to prove it to me for the most part because they don't play well at home as a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, they just play better on the road. That's just who they are. But for the most
It's a new
part,
year though.
huh?
It's a new year though, LJ, right?
Yeah, but they still have to prove to me. They already lost to the Colts at home. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and plus Pittsburgh's
Facts.
defense is relentless. So,
Yeah.
how are you going to stop TJ Watt from coming around that end and then protecting CJ Stroud? That's what they're going to have to do. And our offensive line is banged up, so he
Yeah.
gets that if he
That's a
doesn't
fact.
get rid of that football. But for the most part, they've been trusting him. He has 40 pass attempts, averaging 300 yards. So he's been effective for the most part. So that lets me know they've been sustaining drives and not getting 3 and outs, which the Texans have been known to do in the years. You see what I'm saying? 25 of 52 third down That's number one in the NFL. Never would have thought the Texans would be number one in third down conversion. So that's excellent for me. I like that. But at the same time, the defense of Pittsburgh is still better, in my opinion. And they can disrupt C.J. Stroud because we can't run the ball. So if you're going to depend on him to be one-dimensional, I believe Pittsburgh can lure him into some mistakes, especially with Mika Fitzpatrick back there. So that's going to be my lead is the under, 42.5. So I believe it's low scoring is my lead. Probably going to get to the window. But far as the side, I can't take the bet because I don't believe in Pittsburgh's quarterback. He's going to have to be that
the offense is ass. It's just as good as the defense is. The offense is ass. Pickett is crazy because he looked really good in the preseason, but there was preseason. You know what I'm saying? But if he's not throwing it to Pickens, it's just like it's the offense sucks, and that's just from that's not me talking. That's from their own beat writers and shit. They basically just like, man, the offense is our offense trash, but they know the defense good. You made a good point. Why? Like if they get to the quarterback and make him rush, and that's their path to success. If they're having to rely on the offense, and this is a back and forth game, I don't want to trust the Steelers as a favorite. They're coming off a win as a dog as well. Just it's not historically a good spot for Tomlin back teams. It's like a flat spot. Like they do this shit all the time. Land points on the road versus like coming off a win as an underdog, then they'll lay points on the road versus a team they're versus to win against, and then they'll lose the game outright. They just seem like they play a lot better when they're they play up to their competition and play down to their competition. Let's put it that way. So I didn't bet the Texans. I'm here to let you know that the professionals were on them plus 3.5. Probably be even still taking some 3. I don't trust them enough to take it, but I actually wouldn't be surprised if the Texans win this game, and they might not be as bad as people think. You see what I'm saying? Because the way that they whipped up Jacksonville up and down the field on the road, I said, all right. And we've seen Stroud pile up the numbers too. Like their passing is a lot better. It's just like they had another O-line go down, LJ, like you said. So I'm not messing with the game. I do lean to the Texans though, my guys, but I'm staying off this shit. But I do think your team gets the win, LJ. Even though I'm not betting it, I think they might mess around and win this game outright because I believe the Steelers have another divisional game next week. If I'm not mistaken, it's just a horrible sandwich spot. If I'm not, I'm pretty sure they do, bro. I can't look at it. I don't have all my shit right now, but I'm pretty sure this is a horrible sandwich spot for the Steelers here. Then they got another. I think they lose outright. That's just what I think, man. Let's get over to the streets of Indianapolis.
The Ravens. They play the Ravens.
Horrible spot for the Steelers. Absolute horrible spot. Texans are nothing there. Texans are nothing, man. Let's go to Indianapolis here. Colts getting one at the house versus the Rams. This is basically like a pick. It was Colts minus 1.5, then down to -1. Now you see some Rams -1 pop up here. The sharps are on the Rams here. I agree with it. I bet against them. Monday night, we had the Bengals, and I looked at it. I said, why are the Rams getting a point versus the Colts? I don't care if Anthony Richardson come back. I like the Rams in this game, LJ. Could you talk me out?
No, I'm on the Rams as well, especially coming off a loss. They are the better team. And the Colts, I don't know if Anthony Richardson is coming back. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's effective for as running the ball as well, but I don't see they're going to be a cohesive in their offense to compete with the Rams. You see what I'm saying? Offense. So, for the most part, I am on the Rams. I'm looking at Nakua, over 42.5 receiving yards. I'm looking at him because that's Stafford's guy.
Hold on, what? It said 42.5?
42.5 receiving yards.
Bro, that's like the only dude that he be throwing to, bro.
And that's why
that's like the main guy. I've never bet an NFL prop. I like that shit. I like that, bro. They have to get him the ball. He's their best receiver without Cooper Kupp, bro. I feel like that's like 10 yards too short. I'm not a professional, but the way I watched him, he's throwing to him damn near every time, bro. And long balls too. Damn near long balls. I think that's a really good play, LJ. It's a sharp look, my guy.
Yes, we're going to have to make the bookies raise the number because we're going to keep cashing off of it. And also their field goal kicker, too. He's averaging 3 field goals, Britt Mayer, for the Rams. So those are some good looks that the Rams consistently score on. So, but for the most part side, I didn't take a side. I lean towards the over 44 because I believe the Rams are going to put up points after their embarrassing loss that they did on Monday Night Football. So I believe, Sean McVay is going to want to come out and make a statement on the road. They should have been disrespected opening up as an underdog versus the Colts. So that motivation alone,
that's a fact,
should allow the Rams to smash. So
yeah, and it's still basically sitting at a pick. Let me just see, because I'm pretty sure it might want +1 out there. So you can, if you South Point and Bet Online still have Colts -1. They still got Colts -1. Everywhere else is basically a pick. DraftKings have moved to Rams -1. So That's not really a good side. DraftKings is one of the most public books. But regardless, I don't care. It's basically a pick 'em game. You pick to see who's going to win. If the Rams say they want to have a bounce back year, like I heard Aaron Donald and Stafford them say, and Sean McVay, like they said they want to have a bounce back year. After remember they won the Super Bowl, had a horrible year last year. They did have a lot of injuries, but it didn't matter. They were just fat and happy off their Super Bowl. This year they saying, are we coming back and at least trying to have like a 500 season or better? You see what I'm saying? So they say they're coming back for that shit. This their type of game that you got to win if you're the Rams. In my opinion, you can't take this loss to the Colts. Colts probably went out and partied pretty fucking hard after the field goal kicker making history and them winning they actually just won a divisional game. It's a huge letdown spot for the Colts. Anthony Richardson or without him or Minshew, I think the Rams. I think who's the backup? Oh, yeah, that one's Minshew, right? It's not Andy Dalton. Yeah, that one's Minshew. Regardless, I like the Rams in this one. I will be betting the Rams at a pick. I think they win this game, and I said that on Monday. I said I think the Rams lose this one and win next week, and I got to stick with what I said. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to NO over here, man. Let's go to New Orleans Saints laying 3.5 at the house versus the Tampa Bay Bucks, getting 3.5 on the road. Total is low as hell, 39.5. I would not wait for Derek Carr in this game. I don't see him playing if he has a sprained AC joint on his right shoulder. There's no way that he can throw the ball more than 5 yards. He might not even be able to pick his arm up literally over his shoulder. If you're waiting on Cardinals, I do not think he's playing, LJ.
Yeah, I agree. And I didn't take a side. I just jumped on the under. It opened up at 40, so I jumped on under 40. I see it's 39.5 right now, but I don't believe any offense is going to be scored in these games. Both of these defenses are pretty good, so it's probably going to be a defensive game. Both teams aren't averaging 20 points, and their defense is not giving up more than 20. And the Saints have held their last opponents 20 or less 11 straight games. So, yeah, man. Punts, a lot of punts, and quarterback play is mediocre as we know. Jameis Winston is going to play for the most part if Derek Carr can't play. And I'm not trying to bet on Baker Mayfield. We saw him last Monday night versus the Eagles.
And I don't want to bet on Winston.
Yeah, so for the most part, let's just stay away from him and just bet the under and believe that none of these teams are going to score.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, I mean, Winston is going up against his old team, but he got in there. I know he's used to start for the Saints, and now he's the backup, and he should want to play well. Like, okay, I can maybe come back and steal this job. Because Carr actually might be out. He might be out for a couple weeks, but I liked nothing that I saw from Winston. I mean, if you know this offense and everything, you should have seen him in that Green Bay game in the second half. They were going 3 and out almost every single time. Yeah. I want no parts of Jameis Winston. I mean, especially with the 3 and a hook. I mean, I actually kind of like Tampa Bay here, to be honest, which I know it's double revenge from last year for the Saints, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. I like the Bucks here plus the 3.5, and they were starting to get somewhere. They went into a buzzsaw versus the Eagles. I mean, they're not supposed to win that game. You know what I'm saying? I know the Sharps are all on them, but they got their teeth kicked in. Some tells me Tampa Bay could keep this game within a field goal at the very least, if not win outright. But that's a good point. 2 really good defenses, 2 kind of subpar quarterbacks. This one definitely should stay on the under in this one, LJ. I couldn't talk you off. Heavily lean Bucks. The Sharps, the pros are on it. I didn't bet it yet, to be honest with you. It's not one of my stronger looks. Let's go over here to the streets of Philly here, LJ. Eagles, land 9 at the house. Versus the Washington Commanders here, getting 9 on the road. Total sitting at 43.5. What do you think? Do the Eagles keep on soaring?
Yes, they do. They're at home where they played the best, especially in the first half. So I will be on Eagles first half, whatever the number is. I don't have it pulled up. I'd rather not take the full game.
I'll tell you right now.
Any team would be a backdoor cover for Washington, So it's a divisional game as well.
Minus 4.5. Minus 4.5 at South Point. -5 at Bet Online. But damn, it's all over the place. So it's basically -5.5 most places. You can get a 5. If you want the other side, you can get a +6 at Bookmaker or Circa. So the sharpest books have it at 6, but there is one -4.5 if you're at Vegas and you want to go to South Point. I don't know what book they have, but that one they do have -4.5.
Yeah, I would definitely jump on that. They will cover a touchdown first half for sure. Because they're the better team, man. Offensive wise, 36 minutes, second in the NFL time of possession. And they're averaging 185 rushing yards. Swift averaging 100. We saw him on Monday night. He was pretty much getting whatever he wanted. So Eagles aren't soaring right now. And I believe they're going to be in a good spot versus Washington, who can't move the ball. They're only averaging 2 third-down conversions per game. And for the most part, they punt the ball. They don't score field goals. And they have 8 turnovers in 3 games. So defense giving up 28 points. So Eagles should take care of business, definitely, but I will just stick to the first half, get in and get out, because, like I said, a backdoor cover can come This is the NFL. We already know this. And for as Jalen Hurts, I'll be looking at his rushing touchdown as well. I'm pretty sure that's going to be juiced because he gets one every game. So you're probably
Facts.
going to have to take two or parlay it with something else to get, better odds. But, he's 3-1 versus his career versus Washington. And since 2021, Jalen Hurts, October 31st, he's 24-3. So he's, on a good streak. Philly wins, and I don't think Washington is any type of competition to stand in their way right now. So Philly, first half, and I would lean full game as well, but I'm not taking it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I do have Commanders written down. As ugly as hell is one of them plays that I think it's just like going against the whole world type shit. We know that all the money's gonna be on Eagles full game. Like you said, if they're up 14 fourth quarter, you know what's gonna happen. Remember, they don't care about covering those spreads for nobody. They want to win the game. They can win the game by 1 point, and they wouldn't lose a wink at night. You see what I'm saying? And they know the book's going to be happy as well. So I do think it's a fishy game. But I mean, do I want to? I lean the Commanders, but I'm not. I'm not going to put my hard-earned money on. It's just one of those situations where I do think they could lose by 7. This is the game. I don't want to hear shit. This is the type of game that if Sam Howell is the real deal, this is the one that you got to compete with one of your division rivals. But that's also the reason why I don't want to bet against the Eagles, because this is a divisional game and they might want to, just put their foot on their neck in this one. So I'm not playing this shit, but I do know obviously the Eagles not going to cover every single game this year. So obviously it's not going to happen. But I had Commanders written down. I'm not betting it. Not strong enough a lean. It's just one of those to where it's just kind of really like fading the whole world type shit. Let's go over here to the streets of Tennessee here. LJ Titans getting 2.5 at the house versus Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals coming off their first win of the season. I was on this shit. Total sitting at 41. LJ, what do you think happens? Do Tannehill and the Titans continue to be ass, or can the Bengals, can they win back to back and get back, towards those Super Bowl aspirations? What happens here?
Man, both of these teams are trash. And I didn't even cap this game because when I was doing my numbers, I saw all red because they're at the bottom of every offensive category, both teams. And Burrow's hurt. So if Tennessee's defense can get after him, they could probably hurt Burrow and get him out the game because he's averaging 40 pass attempts. So obviously you have to depend on him. So if he's back there, he can't move. Titans can easily dominate this game, bro. Like I really feel this is going to be a field goal game, and we're going to probably be looking at 9-6 or 12-9, somewhere around there, to be honest with you. It's going to be ugly, in my opinion. But I don't have not one play in this game. No.
I lean Bengals. I do think that they're capable on going on a run. I don't trust them enough to bet it. I do think that Burrow, he didn't look horrible in the Monday night game. Now he gets even more rest. He's been practicing, so he's not too hurt. Because if he was really hurt, like I think maybe Watson or Carr, then he wouldn't be practicing. They would just hold him out and rest him up. You see what I'm saying? So that tells me a lot when they're resting their quarterback and not be able to run practice plays and practice their script. You know what I'm saying? Their game script and getting the timing with the receivers and all that. When they're not practicing during the week, that tells you something because they don't want them throwing at all. You see what I'm saying? Burrow's been out there. I think the Bengals might actually go on a little streak here. They're a better team. I like Bengals minus 2.5. Not one of my strongest looks, but I do think the Bengals get the job done in this game here.
Okay.
Let's go over here to the streets of LA in this one, LJ. We got the Chargers laying 5 at the house versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
They still Oakland, but they lost. Oakland / Las Vegas. You dig what I'm saying? Getting 5. Garoppolo hadn't practiced all week. He's still in concussion protocol, but the line is only coming down from 6 to 5. LJ, I have no idea what to do with this game. The Chargers, I'd really like for them to fire their coach because they're a really good team. The coach is horrible, and I really think it holds them back. The Chargers should be winning the Super Bowl within the next 3 years, but not with this coach, LJ.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And as far as the game, I would lean Chargers just because they're the better team. They have a better offense. They have a better quarterback. So those factors alone would have me leaning towards them. And they're good in the red zone, 8 of 12. So they play officially. It's just the fact that their coach put them in situations to where they can be, successful. And it's luckily that Kirk Cousins saved him last Sunday.
Exactly.
You feel me?
I kind of wish they had lost. Because I didn't
probably would have been different.
I wish they lost. Well, no, I wish they would have lost because then they probably would have fired him.
Yeah, I get it.
The Chargers could have probably reeled off like 10 straight wins if possible. Like you know what I'm saying? I feel like it'd be addition by subtraction. I don't care if you won. Get his ass up out of there, man. They've been too lackluster for too long, bro. They should Herbert's being held back, bro.
I get you 100%. We haven't even seen his true potential yet. I agree 100%. But as far as this game, I would lean the Chargers. I believe this is an excellent team to get some get back on. You know what I'm saying? Just to prove that I do have the quarterback for the future. And I would be on Herbert's prop passing yards because he's averaging 309 passing yards in the 6 games versus the Raiders in his career. So I believe he's going to have an excellent game. He got Mike Williams hurt, but he still have Keenan Allen. He's averaging 134 yards, 10 receptions. So that's
Yeah.
his go-to guy.
Eckler
That's
back.
his target. You see what I'm saying?
Eckler's back as well this week as
Yeah.
well. And
But
Devontae Adams, he's fucking unstoppable. I don't see why people don't just take his passing yards every game. I mean, he's the main target over there. They're not throwing it to anybody else. And we don't know who the quarterback's going to be. But Devontae Adams is pissed. He's talking about that he wants to win. I mean, if the Raiders continue to be ass, he's gonna be like, "Get me up out of here. I'm a winner, man. Like, get me off this team." But my guy almost went for damn near 200 receiving yards last game, even in a loss. It's just crazy to see, bro. It's just like whatever they throw his way, he's catching it. He's going for yards after the catch. It's absolutely scary, to be honest with you. But yeah, I actually don't have a lean at all. We don't even know who's playing quarterback for the Raiders. Every quarterback that's been in concussion protocol so far this season has not ended up playing that week. So
yep.
who's the Raiders' backup quarterback?
I think Stidham.
Yeah.
They used to be with the
Oh,
Patriots. I believe.
Stidham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, might be in a better what you call it. He might be better than Garoppolo out there. Let's go over to the streets of Dallas here. Dallas, Cowboys, land 6.5 at the house versus the Patriots. D-Town, see what I'm saying? Patriots getting 6.5 on the road. Total sitting at 43.5. Cowboys are in a bounce back spot. LJ coming off a horrible loss as double digits favorites on the road. I could only look towards the Cowboys here. I didn't lay the 6.5, but I must say I might have to throw the Cowboys in some type of money line parlay. I don't see them losing this game to this Patriots offense. Patriots have a really good defense. Their coach is even well. I mean, I don't know. Was it Brady or is it Belichick? But in regards to that, their offense has been. I don't know. I think the Cowboys win. LJ, what you think?
Oh man, I'm there with you. I'm on the Cowboys first half. Like I said, I don't trust the big spreads at the end of games because teams cover. You get what I'm saying? So top 10 points scored, points allowed. Dallas. That alone right there would put me on them. Third down conversions, their top 2. They don't punt the ball, and their field goal kicker scores, Brandon Arby. So I would be on his over 1.5 field goals because he's averaging 3. Defense is lights out solid, only giving up 12 points. Quarterback hits 21, 12 sacks. So Michael Parsons is out there, being a terrorist, and I believe they got the loss out of them, the fact that they missed out, but I think they will adjust. Yeah, they will adjust on defense. And for the simple fact, New England, I don't trust Mac Jones. He's averaging 41 pass attempts, and I don't believe that you would be a successful offense depending on him to throw the ball like that because he hasn't shown that he could be effective. So for all that said, I'm definitely on the Cowboys. I'm going to get it and get out once again. If it's 6.5, I guess the first half is minus 3.5. So that's my play. But far as that, yeah, I believe Dallas smashes. And for the simple fact, last year they were 5-0 against the spread off a loss. So I think that continues.
Yeah, no, I think it's like everything when a team like that had all that hype and they come off the blow off wins and then they finally have their loss, it's like a wake up call. Like, all right, come on, we got a little too comfortable. We probably overlooked the Cardinals. See what I'm saying? Zeke. This is a Zeke revenge game as well. So I'm saying I don't know how many touches he's gonna get or how well he's gonna do, but this is a revenge game for Ezekiel Elliott coming back to Dallas. But regardless, it's a team game. Cowboys come out here with the win. I don't know how much they win by, but I definitely want to throw the Cowboys in the money line parlay. Bounce back J spot at the house, and don't trust the Patriots coming with their. I don't trust their offense here at like whatsoever. I'm sorry. Maybe they keep it in with defense here, but Cowboys win this game, in my opinion, guys. A couple more games here, man. We're going to get out of here. Niners, land 14. We're going to the streets of San Fran here. Niners, land 14 at the house versus the Cardinals, getting 14 on the road, coming off a huge underdog win. Total sitting at 44. Can the Niners continue to smash everybody, LJ?
Yeah, they're going to continue to smash, bro, especially the Cardinals. They're at home, which they play excellent as a home favorite. 6-2 in their last 8 at home against the spread. Definitely first half full game. But I'm going to stick to the first half. Just take the 7. They'll be up by a touchdown going to halftime. And I'll be able to relax because I don't know how the second half is going to go. But I'm just going to take them in the first half where that's where they play well. And all the numbers speak to itself. They're 13-0 with McCaffrey, bro. 30-plus points in all 3 games. They're top 10 in points scored and points allowed. And Brock Purdy is top 5 QBR. You know what I'm saying? So the 49ers are an excellent team. So going against their bottom of their division, the Cardinals. They got a good win versus Dallas, but now they're coming to their division versus the lead dog. So I believe the 49ers will show them that they're still the lead dog. But Arizona's defense does have 11 sacks. So if they could get at Purdy, they may cause a turnover. Who knows how the game will go? They're just going to have to make those plays. But I'm not going to trust it. I'm just going to simple fact that the 49ers are at home. They have the lead in all statistical categories. So I believe they will continue to smash in their division. And I'm going to be on Kittle's prop because the Arizona Cardinals have allowed 55 reception yards to the tight end position in these 3 games. And that's been something that's went back to last year I was tracking. They cannot defend that tight end position. So I'm going to continue to keep taking these tight ends that's facing the Cardinals to prove that they have to stop that position. So I'm on Kittle's prop, anytime touchdown, and I'm going to parlay it with Christian McCaffrey's anytime touchdown because he's had 7 touchdowns in his last 9 games.
Okay, and you like the Niners as well, minus 14, Smack City? Smart?
No, first half. Minus
first half?
First half.
Okay, first half. First half minus 7 for the Niners?
I mean, if it's 14 for the game, I'm pretty sure it's 7, right?
No, it don't work that way in football, my guy. Minus 7.5, minus 8, basically.
Okay, I'll still take it.
Yeah, so because I was thinking it might even be minus 9, to be honest with you, on the first half. Like, they heavy favorites. I wish it was like that. I would take a minus 7 in the first half, but no, it's definitely basically minus 8. But you can get some minus 7.5. But I know, like, that big of a favorite, they just gonna just do it like that. Minus 7, look, people hop all over it.
Yeah.
Hey, they'll hop all over that shit. But yeah, I don't have a good feel for the game. Obviously, the Cardinals played way over their heads last week. Now, I mean, Dobbs has looked good, more athletic. Like, you still got to prepare for him, but Niners defense is way too much. They got way too many. Now, Deebo Samuels has been out of practice the last couple of days. Now, this is my only problem with the NFL. Like, teams will see these type of teams they're going against and like, all right, you know what, we can rest a guy here. And that's exactly what the Cowboys did last week, and they fucking around and lost. The Niners aren't going to lose, but I'm just saying, like, don't be surprised if Deebo Samuel say, all right, you know what, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to let my ribs heal this game. I know there's C-Mac and Kittle and you know what I'm saying, Purdy gonna look Purdy out there. We already know he's gonna smack him up. So it just happens so many times. But I mean, I'm not taking the Cardinals there. You see what I'm saying? Maybe if Dobbs is the real deal, then maybe they will cover. But I'm not fucking with this game. I just don't care about this game. Next game up here. Last game here, LJ. Unless you want to talk about the Monday night game. I'll be doing a separate show for that. We definitely can. But Jets get 9. We're going to the streets of New York. Not New York because they play in New Jersey, but whatever. Still kind of, you know what I'm saying. Jets 9 at the house. Chiefs laying 9 on the road. All the money's on Mahomes. Total sitting at 41, LJ. What are we doing?
I'm on the Chiefs, bro. Minus the 9. I mean, I believe they're going to dominate the Jets. They don't have any offensive potence whatsoever. And Kansas City is top 10 in pretty much all offensive categories. And they're top 10 in points allowed. So I believe Kansas City dominates, bro. Everybody knows about Zach Wilson. I'm going to be on his under passing yards because Kansas City does now have a top 10 defense, 13 points allowed. So if Patrick Mahomes has a top 10 defense, that's scary because he's never had that. So, and he still was overcoming that winning games. So if he can trust his defense to not give up points and all he got to do is go out there and win a game, yeah, he'll be in a comfortable situation, in my opinion. But as far as this game, I believe Kansas City beats him by more than 9 for sure. Probably 2 touchdowns for sure. So I'm on Kansas City.
Only thing about the defense, like personally, and the Chiefs are the better team. I'll tell you that. The Chiefs haven't really played anybody. For me to be looking at numbers to say like they got a really good defense, they haven't really played. I mean, that was a really good win versus the Jags. Jags turned the ball over, or pretty sure at least one time in the red zone. It might have been twice, but the Jags really should have won that game versus the Chiefs. I'm glad they've won every single game since losing to the Lions. Sharp take, hot take. I think the Jets win this game outright. I will take the Jets with the points. I do agree with this line. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted to come down. I did put some on the TNO today. It was just a sprinkle, but it was at 9.5. I look at it today. I'm eating dinner. It's down to 8.5. I say, what the hell is going on? Somebody must have went and slammed the Jets. I'm talking about heavy bet, 6-figure bet on the Jets. Somebody knows something. I don't care. I know what I know. I know that when all the money is on Mahomes, he almost never covers. I don't want to go against you. We talked about this before the show, LJ. I didn't even know you was on the Chiefs, but you know me. me. I want the Jets. I want to go against the whole world. Nobody wants the Jets here. They've been talking shit about Zach Wilson all week, all year, and rightfully so. He's not the greatest quarterback, but I do think the Jets have a top 3 defense in the NFL. Defense wins championships, and I also know that Mahomes are down with those boys. I think he's going to want no part in covering this game for the whole world here. Chiefs by 7 at the absolute max, but I will take Jets plus a 9, plus a 9.5. If you wait till Sunday night, you probably might get a 10. Everybody's going to be chasing their losses on this game. Prime time, standalone game for Patrick Mahomes with all the money on him. I'm just here to let you know, 7 times out of 10, he does not cover these spreads. I don't know. It could be on purpose. It could be who fucking knows. But I will take the Jets, and I don't care who the quarterback is. It's just a situation. Give me the Jets plus a 9. Official play for me here, LJ. One more game. Let's go ahead and talk about Monday night, LJ, if you got any thoughts. Giants land 1, same stadium. Giants land 1 at the house versus the Seahawks. I like both home teams here, man. I like both home teams. I like the Giants here, LJ. Am I crazy?
Yeah, you're a little bit crazy, but it's football, and hey, that's why they play the games. You get what I'm saying? But Seattle should win the game because all the numbers say they're the better team. But I'm not taking the bet. There's only one bet that I'm taking in this game, and that's the field goal kicker for Seattle, Jason Myers. Over 1.5 field goals, because the Giants have allowed over 1.5 field goals 16 out of the last 20 games. So other than that, I don't have any interest in this game. The Giants could win. They're at home. Anything could happen, but I just believe Seattle's the better team. But okay. I'm not confident in anyone. But I'm on that prop for sure. Already bet it. Probably my best bet of the week.
Yeah, maybe I am crazy. And I'm not an NFL expert. You see what I'm saying? Probably an NFL expert would – well, I can't say that they wouldn't take the Jets because I do know what I know. But I'm not an expert. I do think the Giants are the better team. I think the Seahawks are going to take a step back this year. That's just personally what I feel. I know they've been playing better, but personally, I think that the Giants coming ready to play. This is their season, right? The season isn't over, but this is a perfect opportunity to turn the narrative around. You see what I'm saying? To get a win. 2-1 versus 1-2. I think the Giants land 1 at the house here for a very good reason, in my opinion. I think the Giants win this game actually by double digits. I think they smack them up, and they have a major rest advantage. They played last Thursday. Remember, now they playing on Monday. That's damn near a bye week built in there. Time for them to get rested up and to game plan for this game. Absolute must win type of spot at the house. I'll take Daniel Jones and the ball and the boys here. Giants -1 official play for me. You guys do not have to listen to me. I'm not an NFL expert, but I do like my positions here, LJ. Let's get up out of here, my brother. We went through every game from Thursday to Monday. You dig what I'm saying? Break us off with all your plays, your props, even your leans, whatever you like, LJ. The floor is yours, my brother.
All right, brother. Let's start right here where we just started off at. Seattle, number 1 play, over 1.5 field goals, Jason Myers. I've already took it. The Giants are very vulnerable when it comes to kicking field goals. I'm on Kansas City, minus the 9.5. I believe the offense is too much for the Jets because I don't think the Jets can put up points. So I'm on Kansas City, minus 9.5. I'm on the 49ers first half. I believe you said it was 8 for the most part. 40. I think I get in and get out. They're one of the best teams at home in the first half, 6-2 in the last 8 at home against the spread in the first half. So they play well in this spot. And they know the Cardinals. I don't believe the Cardinals are going to be able to put up any type of offense. So I'm on them Dallas. I'm on the first half as well. I just believe bounce back spot, on national TV, got embarrassed. So they're going to snatch up Mac Jones. And I don't believe Belichick can have any type of offense to compete with that defense. So I'm on the Chargers as well, man. I took the first half. It was 3, I believe you said. And I'm just going to get in and get out for the most part. I believe they will cover the game, full game, but I'm just going to stick to the first half with the Chargers as well. Eagles, first half as well. I think you said 3, 4, somewhere around. No, they had to cover a touchdown, 6.5.
Yeah, so 5. It was basically 5.5.
Yeah, so Eagles first half. They play well at home in the first half. So definitely taking that one. Tampa Bay, New Orleans, I'm under 40. I think it's 39.5. I'll still take that. Both of these teams cannot score, and the defenses are playing very well. Rams and Colts, I'm on the Rams. It's a lean. I haven't bet it, but for the most part, I will be on.
I'm on this.
I will be on the Rams, but I am on their receiver, Nakua, over 42.5 receiving yards for the most part.
I like that. Yo, Jay, he going for 100.
Yeah. Minnesota, I'm on Kirk Cousins, pass attempts, whatever the number is usually at 40, somewhere around there. He's averaging 46, so take his pass attempts. Houston, Pittsburgh, I'm going to take the under 42. I believe the defenses will show up, and Houston's going to have to make a statement. They cannot let Pittsburgh come in here and embarrass them on their home field. They've been letting these teams come in here and dog them. They have to show some type of fight, and I believe they will, because there's a new attitude down here in Houston. D'Amico Ryans, he got this team playing with heart, and I like it. So I believe they will keep this defense, Pittsburgh, under the points. Baltimore, I'm going to jump on the +3. I believe Lamar Jackson will continue to be successful versus Cleveland. He's 6-1 in his career, and he plays well as a dog. So I'm going to continue to ride that trend. Why get off of it? It hasn't stopped. And my last one was Buffalo, -3. I believe Josh Allen will have a great game. I believe Miami will come back down to earth after scoring all those points on Denver, and Buffalo's going to let them know we are still the head dog in this division. So those are my plays.
I like it. Yeah, LJ, you be on it, man. You got you be having a lot of plays. They be hitting. People be asking about you, like, hey, I like LJ coming on the show. He's gonna be here every week. We'll try to start doing it on Thursday, man. If we absolutely have to, we'll do it on Friday, but we will get you guys some plays every week in the NFL, my guys. For me, 3 plays for me. I'll try to find at least 3 a week. My top play is the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. I hope they flip to the dog, because I do like dogs more in prime time. Some spots are going to +1. I even like them at -1. I think they win the game by over a touchdown, in my opinion. I think this is a major bounce back spot for the Giants. This is their 3rd primetime game of the season. They've lost their previous 2, got blown out by the Cowboys and got blown out by the 49ers. Those are 2 teams that could be in the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? This is not the Seahawks. I really like the matchup here. Bounce back spot, risk advantage. Give me the Giants, -1, +1 pick, whatever, -6.5 alternate, whatever you want to do. Give me the Giants to win that game by a touchdown. And also the Jets. I'm taking the Jets +9. If you like, you can buy it up to 10 or wait to closer to game time, 9.5, 10. All the public will be on the Chiefs here. This is a chase game, Sunday night, standalone. All the money's on Mahomes. They also want to talk about Taylor Swift and Kelsey, all that shit. I would not be a bit surprised to see the Jets win this game outright. What better spot to try to turn around your season? The defense knows it. Zach Wilson knows it. Don't be surprised if you actually have an okay, decent game versus Kansas City Chiefs team. Jets, +9, +9.5, whatever you want to take. And I'm also taking the Rams. It's basically at a pick, +1, -1. Basically, you need to pick who's going to win the game. Those are my 3 plays. Giants, Jets, 2 Meadowlands teams, you know what I'm saying? Meadowlands Stadium up there in New Jersey, and also taking the Rams in a bounce back spot and a letdown spot for the Colts as well. I'll let you know all my leans, guys. Lions and the over, Jaguars, Bills, Vikings, Ravens, Texans, Rams, Bucks, Commanders, Bengals, Cowboys, Jets, Jets, Giants. And that's about it, my guys. Let's get some cash. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's us against the bookies. Let's get some cash. We will win. See what I'm saying? I need more chains. I need more bracelets. All this shit. LJ trying to get over here to Colorado as well, man. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, man. It's all love. Go follow LJ right now on Twitter, my guys. On X, whatever y'all want to fucking call it. It's Twitter. Go follow him right now at LJ Sports Media. Hit the like button. Leave some comments. Whatever you're playing this week in NFL, leave some comments, man. We're always trying to get some cash. I'm going to reply to every single comment. Let's go, guys. Let's get this cash. Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's cash.
We will.